Hello, Metroid fans. I am Jeff Gaines and Games. Joining me today is good friend Bello. We're going to be your commentators for this extra special cross-game clash for Metroid Prime 1 and 2. This is going to be random start, elevators, and door types. One of the more complex settings we've ever seen for CGC, especially in the speed gaming setup. So this is going to be one for the books. Happy to be here to commentate. Welcome in, Bello.
Hello. I'm also pretty happy to be here. This will also be my first time commentating, so hopefully I will do a good enough job. And here's hoping that each and every one of you will enjoy. This promises to be a rather interesting seed, shall we say.
Indeed, we're just giving our runners the green flag as they prepare to start. Who do we got on Restream today? We've got Bruh Inc. and Jay La Competenzia on Team 1. And then we've got Op82 and Mighty Caesar on Team 2. So this is going to be a fairly complicated start as we start to figure out the elevators, and kind of the logic is going to be very different. I don't think a lot of teams have practiced with this type of setting, just due to the fact that since cross-game clash is pretty new still, the settings have remained pretty standard. But with the last Prime tournament, we saw a lot of deviations, and so I think there's a little bit of interest in maybe sprinkling in some unique settings here and there. And for our Halloween weekend, TGC has cooked up something good for us.
Indeed, that will put our runners to the test, most definitely. And I'm eager to see how they will handle these new situations.
Just experiencing some technical difficulties on the some of the runners' side. TGC having some troubles reconnecting to the multi-world server, so hopefully we can get you started in a bit. But in the meantime, just enjoy the menu music. And I believe I should also switch around the players here. I believe it's supposed to be Prime on the top, so just one moment as I switch folks around. Okay, we got folks in the right spots now. Just have to confirm the audio again. And how are we doing in the race time? Looks like Mighty Caesar is having a little bit of stream issues, so holding on a little bit longer.
Oh, don't you worry, Reed. I will snicker if they do.
Oh no, are we getting Halloween candy puns? That's what's going on. It took me a second, but
Well, hopefully it won't get too candy corny.
ugh. Ugh. Can I unvolunteer, please? Oh, looks like we're getting the 15-second countdown, so our stream will be about 30 seconds delayed. So just a little bit of downtime before we get kicked off and the chaos begins. Oh boy, I'm realizing that I've got to try to sync all 4 of these streams. That'll be fun.
And it looks like we're just about to get ready to get started. Echo seems to be starting with multiple bombs and screw attack. Well, that's an interesting spot to start. Dark Torvus with Space Jump. And a Flogra too.
And a flog restart. Oh boy.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, definitely a unique one. It looks like, oh, okay, we've got screw attack, so player's gonna have to do kind of a tight screw attack in that corner there. So one that trips up people occasionally is trying to get those screw attack doors in those tight corridors. So that means every light beam door is going to be a screw attack door.
Which, given the nature of these doors, may not mean they're free to open, but they have the means to do it.
Ooh, Mighty Caesar with the snipe from the on that sun dish there. Interesting to note that both Prime players are taking a very safe approach since we don't have Space Jump or many E-Tanks. Taking a death here could mean a very long wait, and is also a very realistic possibility.
Yes, Flogra does a deceptively high amount of damage, and if you ever happen to get caught in this plant wall attack and get stuck inside it, with this much energy, it's almost a guaranteed death. So this is something our prime runners are going to want to avoid at all costs. And it looks like Jay is already done with their Flogra.
Yep. Gets rewarded with a nice missile expansion. Meanwhile, our Echoes players taking a very slow bit of movement through this Dark Torvus area. Believe it or not, you're not supposed to be here without any suits or E-Tanks. So it's not really designed for such low health. That's our first death from bruh.
Oh,
That's all right though. Not a lot of progress has been made on the Echo side, so not really gonna. And plus the save was taken there, so not too bad.
yes, our Echoes players are going to have to take it slow and steady if they want to survive the deadly atmosphere of Dark Aether.
Kind of rough that there's a Dark Torvis key right there though. It's
Yeah.
not boding well. What did TGC do? All right, so what
Yes.
are Prime's missile doors going to be? They're
Oh
power
no.
bombs.
Oh. Well, this could have been worse. It could have been wave beam doors, but
Oh,
nonetheless.
realizing that Mighty Caesar's going for the IBJ and Tower of Light. Oh, early
And
wilds just missed.
just missed. You hate to see it.
Dang.
It's good to know also that doing early wild without space jump is also a lot harder due to the vertical speed cap that not having space jump would instill.
Yes. Yeah.
So a bit unfortunate from Kaiser, but I understand this. I understand the pain, and I empathize.
Yep. I happened to fail that as well in one of my tournament races. It was very sad. I think it was space jump list as well, and yeah, people were. I think that's how I figured out that it was harder. But with bombs and morph, a fair bit of early Chozo is open to the prime players. It was looking like Caesar was scanning the power bomb door, though. I might not be familiar with the gooder doors that have been implemented.
Yes, the new artwork for those doors is absolutely stunning, and it's a lot better than it used to be. No more mistaking super doors for power bomb doors.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Oh, and those green super missile doors they look amazing.
Oh yes, they do.
So unfortunately, I'm not sure I caught what either of these early Chozo elevators were. I have to keep an eye out. Oh, just realized something. With Warp to start, they can just get early wilds for free, right?
Yes. I think that was also a thing in the Prime tournament on the week 4 preset. For a fighting chance, if you started on Flagra, that's a free early wild as well.
I feel like Jay just made that connection and is maybe thinking of taking a save warp here. Well, thank you, Delta Toast, for that answer. Okay, so that means it's a lot of power bombs blocking our prime players. So maybe those will appear fairly early. Jay taking a reset. Oh, we've got dark visor doors. Oh, then that's there are the prime power bombs. That is fantastic for Caesar and Op. That is going to get them moving. So Jay is redoing plant to try to do early wilds. I guess you can't do early wilds from the save warp because it's
Oh, yes, it's locked by the vines
yeah,
from the other
yeah.
side.
But unfortunately, just I don't believe this is worth it so early on. I think just continuing through Chozo is probably the play here.
Yes, especially since I believe they got their super missiles as well. So depending on what Spider Ball would be, they would just be expected to do it vanilla.
Yeah. So on Caesar, we got Space Jump Boots and Ruined Shrine. Ooh, and a Power Bomb for Echoes. That is very powerful.
Hence
Didn't
the
get,
name, I suppose.
yeah, didn't get to catch what the Wave Beam doors got transformed into, though.
I believe Dark Visor was in the tree in Main Plaza.
And Annihilator Beam on Grapple Edge.
So this will allow them to get out of Dark Torvis, hoping they have access to a portal.
So Jay's done Flogger twice now. Now the hope is that he actually pulls off early wilds, else that'll just be a free time loss, unfortunately. Now this could always be big. It could be something that we're supposed to get much later, but since this isn't... Oh, Jay is just skipping it. Perhaps they had some issues with the server and the item was not sent?
This could have been it. And
That, I think, is the only possible reason I could think for Jay resetting, is that the Dark Visor got lost somehow.
yes, it's apparently not appearing on Brust Tracker.
Okay.
And to answer Delta Toast's question, I believe super missiles were in Transport Axis North, if I recall correctly. Well, Jay is about to get back there and confirm or deny this.
Okay, so that's the super missiles for Jay. And let's see. Very curious to know what our players are deciding to do next.
Bruh is drawing smileys.
Yep, get your smileys in chat.
Ooh. Playing a dangerous game here. With the huntering along with the low energy from the Dark Aether atmosphere. Fortunately, they managed to find a good refill because this game has a good drop system.
Nah, what do you mean? Primes is fine.
It's fine until you need a power bomb in Farfen.
So it does look like Jay and Bra are on the move now. It's good. Just a brief hiccup. Unfortunate hiccup, but still plenty of time to catch up here. Caesar, a little ambitious, forgetting to
Oh,
scan the
oh
house there.
no.
No, I'm taking a death. Lots of deaths on the Echo's side, just due to the nature of that starting location.
Yes, it's a very tough location to start in. Especially considering none of the players seem to be finding a lot of E.
Okay, we've got our first artifact on Mighty Caesar's side. Oh, and Varia is in the light portal chamber. That is really good. I think Bra used some nice out of bounds tech to get that.
Some clean Aether jumping.
All right, so Bra's made it into Torvus Lagoon. Gonna possibly be able to do some air underwater here if that item looks like a key of some sort. Yes, it is a Sky Temple key.
First artifact on Jace's side as well.
Whereas taking the save, does not want to risk dying and have to go back to
Guys are
Dark
going for
Torvus.
and getting the Magma Pool dash for an energy tank to World 2. This will come in very handy for our Echoes player.
Oh, for sure. Op will be very happy to see that. I'm almost stopping reading chat just because it's just littered with with candy puns. Yes, 'tis the season though. Oh, gotta switch audio.
Oh, finding Grapple Beam on Zoid is an interesting find.
Cobra having a fight for his life here in the Torva's Temple. No real good way to get rid of these pirates.
Yes. Unfortunately, the missiles are a bit slow, but they're the only reliable way of hitting those pirates. Yes, unfortunately, Zoid being a little empty-handed due to the nature of Grapple Beam in Metroid Prime 1.
Did I notice we have, did we have random translators on?
I don't think we do.
I could have swore that, Torva's Temple looked blue. But maybe
Well,
I'm just
we're
seeing
about to
things.
find out. Oh, it does look blue. Unfortunately, that's not quite a great temple access yet, or it was the bad elevator.
Okay, now I don't believe Jay went farther into Furnace. Okay, so our Ice Beam doors are supers.
Hmm.
That is going to be quite a bit of ammo that we're going to need to manage later on.
Yes, but on the bright side, that means their ice beam doors are now open, which tends to lock quite a heavy portion of the game, especially mines.
With that, though, it looks like Jay's heading into Magmore. Now, that Vari I don't believe is logical yet, but we do know that the side of Fendrana that he's coming into, or not Fendrana, Magmore is coming into, does not have heat. Oh, it's sorry. I thought it said workstation debris. I thought that's what chat said before. You lied, chat. Shame on you.
No, I do think chat mentioned this elevator being vanilla.
Oh, I thought. Oh no, it was the Chozo entrance was debris.
Yes.
Got it. All right, my bad. I take it back. Apologies. Immediate backpedal. But we've got Mighty Caesar's really pushed in here and is now in Hall of the Elders. I mean, Crossway is open to us, but I don't think there's much else in this area unless you can do the some of the more complex bomb jumps to get to Reflecting Pool.
Yes, and also save warp from the save station in there. That would allow us for a little faster routing, I believe. Guys are going for the missile refill. Absolutely based.
Missile and power bomb refill.
Yes. Which is going to be quite important considering the nature of the doors we have here.
Jay sending Brud another Dark Torvus key.
Oh. Ooh, we're seeing that complex bomb jump from Mighty Kaiser.
Nice. Very well done. This is 2 more elevators. We desperately want to know what the what that info is. But to note, UMass is holding on to Wave Beam.
Oh.
And that is a third Dark Torvus key for Bruh.
Oh, no!
Another great example of a door in a small alcove.
Yeah.
But up getting through it pretty quickly. Very nice. So it seems like Jay got the easy way into Far Chozo with the that Magmore elevator.
Hmm.
And Bruh is going for Chica.
Hmm. Interesting.
That was quick.
Well, Annihilator should give a good firepower boost.
Do we have dark ammo though?
I believe Bruh does. Yes.
Yeah, we got a little bit. But 2 E-tanks, not a whole lot of firepower. Fight's gonna take a little bit, but considering we found those keys so early, it's we've seen people in the past put off bosses, and it holds some key progression.
Hmm.
So it's not a bad call. And I mean, especially if this is like one of the translators, that'll be very helpful, not just for hints, but since we've got the random translators on, it'll hopefully help our Echoes players out. What if it's an STK? I mean, then it's mandatory anyways. What we don't want to see is another red key and then it just be like an all bosses scene where they just chain together.
Yeah, this tends to be unfortunate. Also, that's right. It does look like Bruh has enough ammo to use a Sonic Boom. We'll see if they will go for it.
Jay helping Bruh out, giving him all these E-tanks. Meanwhile, the Prime player's still working on Zero. But on the right-hand side, Op did get Varia for Caesar, so being able to traverse Magmoor now.
Now, hold on just a minute. Is Caesar playing on hard mode, or did they miss the missiles?
I thought I saw a lot hit there, but I don't know.
Yes.
It could just be Prime. We'll see here. One.
Oh no, I do.
He is on hard.
Oh no!
Someone go dive into the VOD and triple check that for us.
Yes, please. Yeah, so Chica without Seekers will be a little difficult due to how small the targets on the wings are. Hopefully, though, the Annihilator seeking capabilities will help Bruh out when needing to hit those weak points.
He did put it on hard mode.
Oh no!
It looked like a pretty intentional thing. Like it wasn't like a last slip of the. It was hovering on hard for quite a time there. So it makes things a little different.
Definitely. That energy is going to be a lot more important now.
For sure. Final bosses could be tight.
Are you sure this was intentional? Because it does look like Mighty Kaiser went for shooting the turret with 2 missiles and had the bad surprise that it wasn't dead.
I think maybe what happened is just it switched early. And they didn't realize it, and yeah, now they've just got to unfortunately play through.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like they're testing it out just to confirm. And yeah. that is not good. That is not something you like to see. It'll be interesting to get them in the booth later and pick their brain on what happened. Definitely won't want to pass up any E-tanks.
Yes, this game can get quite brutal with the damage in hard mode.
And plus, I mean, like just missiles too. I mean, you see how many shots those turrets
Yes,
take.
the the ammo consumption is gonna be another big thing to worry about, especially considering all the super missile doors that will be thrown in the prime player's proximity. So if my memory serves me right, I believe you need 2 missiles to hit the Chica's wings on normal mode.
Jay just needs to find Cannonball for bruh right now.
Right? Both our Echoes players getting a little more comfortable with their energy.
Does Annihilator not track onto the Chica?
I thought it would.
Oof, lots of damage there on bruh's side.
Hmm. Oh, unlimited missiles is going to help a ton, though.
Yeah, that is definitely helpful. That was in training chamber access, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
It's definitely one of the longer Chica fights, but you know, bruh working with what he's got.
Yes, and doing quite well with it, actually.
And Op picking up Wave Beam for Caesar. That's great. Caesar actually in Great Tree Hall.
Hmm.
Interesting. Wondering
Oh,
what
that
where they're thinking about going with that.
That makes me think that part of Sunken Frigate opens up now with without gravity.
So it looks like we've got vanilla Wave Beam doors.
So this wave beam will actually be a pretty huge help.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dicey situation, and unfortunately, Kaiser's taken the death.
Honestly, it might have been intentional. I'm not sure how many pickups he got for himself. Might just be to get back to Chozo quicker.
Ooh, finding a progressive suit on Tower of Suit.
Yeah. Perfect place for it.
Hmm.
That'll help her out a little bit more. He's been in this fight for like 5, almost 10 minutes now. Like gonna be fully decked out by the time he gets out of it.
This fight is a journey of its own. But yeah, going back to Kaisar, Monitor Station can be a pretty brutal room, especially in hard mode. If you find yourself in the middle of the central tower, and all the sentries are active, they will deal a deceptively high amount of damage. Oh yeah, it looks like Kaisar has been double checking, and their game is indeed on hard mode.
I wonder if we're getting any messages in the race time. Yep. These are in the race time room. Well, I accidentally set myself to hard. Indeed you did. Might be thinking if it's worth the reset here.
It's been 40 minutes though.
Oh,
so
he's doing it.
Oh.
It's a bold. It's bold, but I think there's enough time left in the game that this is worth it.
Yes.
Because not a lot of the prime progression was in their own game so far.
Yes, and especially considering the doors, this will make ammo management a lot lighter.
Oh, that's true. We've it looks like Caesar's just not fighting Flagra. Come on, this is another attempt for early wilds. Come on.
Oh yes, with all that, I didn't catch what Chica had. Oh, fantastic! A light ammo expansion.
It's yeah, downside of committing to such a long fight. It's like it could have been big and paid off, but yeah, there's not much you can do about that. And it looks like Op is utilizing the what's it called? The gravity boost we found in Great Temple.
Well, we know this life support system is probably not light suit.
That is a Phazon suit in Arbor Chamber. He's going to be happy to find that. And no doubt that means that both Prime players are probably going to pick that up fairly early. I don't see that getting put off by Caesar.
Yes, it's quite an easy out of bounds, a short one, and a very, very useful one on several occasions.
Well, it's a very useful grapple beam behind the ship. 40 minutes in, we're just getting to landing site.
Oh, looks like we got some sonic boom doors thrown into the mix, replacing the power bomb locks.
Was that Sonic Boom or was that Dark Burst? I couldn't. I only read a dark portion of the.
That was a Sonic Boom, I believe.
Yeah, there we go. All right, well, we do have that. But that is going to be some trouble managing ammo then. That's what, it's 30 of each ammo?
Yes, 30 of each.
plus 15 missiles or something like that?
I think it's still 5 missiles. if I'm not mistaken.
5. Yeah.
Oh yes, also, fun fact, charged Annihilator Beam does not seem to activate the portals.
Yes. So many super missile doors. This is hilarious.
Oh, Phazon Mine's gonna be a treat.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of missile expansions collected. Vendrana Shorelines. I think that would be a good place to go.
Especially since they have Wave Beam.
Yeah. Might be taking a ship refill just to get the missiles back.
Yes, that could be it.
Or did Jay ever go to grab artifacts? No.
Mm. I don't recall that either. Yes, Jay, it looks like Jay is going for artifacts here. If I'm not mistaken, climbing frigate crash site is still an intermediate trick.
Yeah. I believe that checks out. Oh, okay, so Annihilator doors are Dark Burst doors. Alright, let's try to read this. We're Warriors Walk, Transport Center, Judgment Pit, Mining Station A, Ice Ruins East, Gravity Chamber,
Oh,
and Elite Research, Ice Ruins West. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, not
not too terrible. The worst one would be, I believe, Gravity Chamber.
It's out of the way, but
I mean, if it is the gravity suit pickup, that will enable flying pirates everywhere in Farfen, which is not pleasant.
yeah. Well, at least Caesar's not playing on hard anymore. It'll make it easier once he gets there.
Yes.
Flashbacks to I think Caesar versus Xeno Wars tournament match. I believe there was they started in Farfen with pretty much nothing, and that was a struggle. I think it was 30 minutes before they got out of Farfen.
Yeah, Farfen NSJ is pretty difficult. You gotta manage the bomb jumps right, especially considering the verticality of the rooms there. And then you throw in the enemies and the lack of firepower, and you got a problem on your hands.
So it looks like Talon Canyon was Quarantine Cave.
Oh, Emerald Translator is big.
That is excellent, especially given Bro's current location. It's like
Yes.
literally in a room with an emerald hint. Jay's Visor and Sanctuary Fortress.
This opens for more possibilities of Vanilla Echo. Well, it looks like the Echo's main PBs seem to be locked by Plasma, if I got that right.
I think that's what it looked like.
Oh, guys are getting the gravity suit on Transport Tunnel B. This may be a frigate play.
Very nice root cave dash. Yeah, Savina making the good call. Root cave, more like suit cave. We've got gravity suit in the bottom, phase on suit in the top. It's pretty amazing. You said we're 40 minutes in when Caesar reset on easy on normal, and 10 minutes later, pretty much caught up. So I think it was a good call.
Oh, an op-fighting Grapple Guardian here. Unfortunately, not having quite enough ammunition for Sonic Boom.
Okay, so our plasma doors are missiles. So that means all of our doors are open. Ooh, supers. Supers for bruh. Although I'm not sure how much more of an impact that makes, given the door type rando. Because with vanilla doors, sure, it's a big deal, but how many checks in Echoes are there that actually require supers that aren't door related?
Good questions. Well, I think even then, given the unlimited missiles, this will give Bruh a huge boost in firepower still.
This is true.
It's a nice hint about the Dark Tortoise keys to Bruh. Nothing like rubbing the salt in the wounds. And it looks like Op is just about done with Grapple Guardian. Oh no.
Thankfully, doesn't have to pick that up though. Can avoid the grapple pirates.
Yes.
But would Caesar really prefer the health at this point?
Hmm.
I mean, with all 3 suits, it is quite a bit of damage reduction.
Hmm.
So I don't think it's necessarily too big of a deal, but having 3 is fairly, like, I don't think you should ever worry about dying at this
Hmm.
level of play with 3 suits and 3 tanks.
Or it could also be that Op just didn't have any power bomb on them,
Ah,
but I could be
nice.
mistaken.
Oh, it's an unlimited beam ammo in
Oh, and
research core. Kind of unfortunate. That means that we'll be going backwards through backwards labs with
hmm,
it being dark. Yeah, I mean, like, good on Jay for picking this up. It'll
yeah,
definitely help out, but it is just gonna make his life a lot more difficult now.
and also it looks like Broad just got another hint for Chica getting a light ammo expansion. So it really looks like Randovania is out to bully Broad today. And Kaiser's getting their hints as well.
Yep, we'll be happy to see that they're not too troublesome.
Hmm.
Jay, gonna have to be a little careful here, noticing that there's no full E tanks right now. Running a little low on health. We're only a little bit of the way there. Thankfully, we'll be able to skip the control tower fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because, yeah, reactor core is activated, doesn't have to do this fight, but it's gonna be a pain to get the skip without getting rid of these guys. It's funny that they're probably happy to see missile expansion still.
Hmm. Well, Door Rando is the one time you're happy to see extra missiles to work with.
I think it was Jay's week 3 race where he spent a good couple minutes in vent shaft just farming puffers for missiles.
That's happened to me on several occasions too. The good old Super Metroid style refill, as you call it.
Yeah. Caesar making his way into Finjana from the front. Haven't seen this side yet, so might be interesting to see if this was the correct play rather than going straight to Farfen. Okay, so we've got an artifact behind the ice. So looks like we're grabbing, taking a look at Chapel of the Elders very soon. The one thing that I'm wary of is since we have the Prime players have access to all of their doors at this point, the game is fully open. Like this could be progression could be hidden deep in mines at this point.
Yeah, everyone's got all of their suits as well.
There's Bro's cannonball. Unfortunate. That Chica just you know.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Up has Dark Beam now, so Caesar must have got that in. Would that have been Lighthouse? Unless it was a while ago and we just didn't catch it.
I do believe Kaiser also checked Chapel of the Elders, but I don't think that was very conclusive. Though. Yeah. Ooh, Bro's going for the BSJ to the portal. Oh, and just about misses it. Unfortunate. Was those seekers in Mining Plaza? Or am I mistaken?
I didn't quite catch it. Looks like Op took a warp to start, probably thinking of doing Chica now. Will be much quicker, thanks to that cannonball, but unfortunately we know this is not the play.
Oh, thank you, Mart. So, apparently Dark Beam would have been in Lower Dark Torvis, outside Blog.
Sure is a location for it.
Yeah.
So this elevator is going to take Jay to Frigate Crash Site. I wonder if he goes through Frigate now. Nope.
Hmm. It looks like Bra is going for their hints.
So 7 more to find. Let's see where they are. GFMC.
GFMC.
Phase on Processing Center. Sank Entrance.
Tank entrance.
Nice.
Pod W.
Okay. Dynamo Works.
Oh boy.
Spider Guardian? Question mark.
Maybe.
Fungal Hall Access and
And
Sank Energy.
Are we gonna get to hear the words of O'Lear?
So I wonder what's going through Jay's head for where to go. I could imagine, since we've been through a lot of Magmor so far, I mean, Phase on Mines is going to be the highest number of checks we've got left. For our Echoes players, we haven't even seen Agon yet, so...
I think we did, actually. Bro was in Aegon not too long ago, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah, it was. Yeah, because you were talking about Mining Plaza, yeah. Op finding his light ammo expansion. Where would we go? Yeah, like I said, I would probably head to Mines, just due to the fact that it's got the most remaining checks. You might... I imagine... I think one of them has to be... One of the elevators has to be the Great Tree Hall upper at this point.
Yes, the gravity suit may also be suggesting getting there through frigate. So, I don't know. I would be quite puzzled as well.
Okay, so we are seeing the Mines play.
Alp just now receiving their super missiles as well.
Jay, don't go for this jump. This jump sucks. Oh, he gets it though. I suck at that one.
Oh.
I have a personal vendetta against that jump.
Oh, don't you worry. I have a personal vendetta against the room they call Monitor Station.
Nicely done, Caesar, with the slope jump there to reach the artifact. A very handy one to learn that allows you to skip grapple beam and plasma beam.
Yeah, with grapple beam in prime, I feel like there should be like something along the lines of save the grapple beam or kill the grapple beam.
Yep, Jay getting the boost ball sent over. Very good timing. Gonna be able to get gonna not have to play around with that spinner manip for 10 minutes.
And just for general movement as well.
Yeah. That also means that as Jay heads towards PPC, he can take the elevator out, and I think that'll be Great Tree Hall Upper, and that'll lead right into Life Grove.
Right, bro's getting their map for their elevators in Temple Grounds. Well, that's sank open, I believe.
Jay deciding to conserve the missiles, a good call. Makes this fight considerably slower, but will definitely save time in the future.
Absolutely. So about boosting Thoris out of balance.
I don't think that's a thing, but it would be cool. I like the
Not to
idea of
my
the
knowledge.
mechanic.
I mean, if
Kinda,
anything, it's almost always Thoris boosting us out of balance when it instant morphs.
yeah. Oh yeah, those speedy Thardus morphs that when he just
Yep,
starts
they're
zooming.
deadly.
Yeah.
They are deadly.
Yeah, I mean it's a decent question. I mean they did bring in that mechanic in Echoes with the quads, since you can boost into them when they're spinning. Oh, Jay, you pressed R.
Unfortunate story of a Prime Runner.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do think Prime 3 had a friend coupon achievement for playing bowling with some of the robots on Elysia with Boost Ball as well.
So here's what we were talking about. So many ice doors in mines. I mean, they're all these super doors. They're so pretty to look at, though.
Yes, but they're not as pretty to destroy.
Using some standables on Jay's side to climb up ore processing. Handy to learn.
And always faster than doing the spider ball puzzle, that's for sure.
Right, Caesar taking warp to start. I wonder if he's thinking about the mines play as well. And Bruh's making his way to the spider side, Sank spider side elevator. Just doing some out of bounds tech to get there. Don't have Amber translator, so very well done.
That's right. Jay has grapple and doesn't need to do the third layer climb.
Yes, that jump is hard.
Yes, it's a tricky standable to hit, and it's very punishing when you miss it.
Jay, just grapple.
Jay,
I mean, he's gotten it.
You got it.
He got it the other time as well, but. Bruh, now in Sank. Let's get some Sank music going. Where? Oh, we've got a red key in training chamber. It's a dark Aegon key.
Ob just now is getting their unlimited missiles. So that means now that both Echoes players have unlimited firepower, which will be tremendously helpful.
Jay isn't even fully ignoring the existence. He used it for a grapple dash in Findrana's Edge, so he's used it.
Yeah, the collective sport between Prime players to just bully grapple beam.
I swear, bro, I spent half this race out of bounds. Yeah, so if you happen to go through the mini gyro backwards, you fall out. And unfortunately, this room is very, very tall.
Yes, so Bro's gonna have to maneuver with some aether jumps and managing them quite well. Like a reminder that this is a 3-frame window that you have to hit perfectly every time, and Bro's just nailing it right now.
Looks like Jay's out of missiles. What do you do,
Oops.
Jay? What do you do? And bruh took a reset there. Not a lot of movement from any of our players right now. Just a brief pause. Everyone go take a sip of water. Reminder to hydrate.
Yes. Meanwhile, Op is checking their Sky Temple keys.
So I gotta imagine Caesar's thinking of either going to mines. Oh, please take the ship save first, though. Or maybe we'll see the frigate play. We do have a way to get everything in there, so.
Gravity Suit and Wave Beam opens it all up.
And I think by the time he gets there, Op will probably have grabbed Boost Ball. And he'll be able to immediately do Life Grove. If the rodent goes that way. There we go. Gotta switch over to some frigate music. Jay hopped down. Only being blocked by another super missile door, but doesn't have any missiles. Gonna have to do spiderless shafts if he wants to get back up.
Oh, I don't think those I forget their names. Drop any missiles. So
So what is it? Spiderless shafts or wait for? Oh, look at that! Bruh just found Jay Spider Ball.
well,
Well, isn't that convenient?
Very.
Alright, there's that boost ball I was talking about. And Spider Ball for Op. That is a big find.
Yeah, so it turns out that frigate was indeed the play. Yeah, it looks like Jay is getting prime drop systemed.
And that's our light suit on Bomb Guardian. If Jay can just make it to Vent Shaft, he'll be good. But unfortunately, it's a few rooms away still.
Alright, what are we duplicating? The STK. Alright.
Gotta think going back to main Quarry and grabbing the boxes for some drops is probably better off than just waiting here.
Mm.
You're really dependent on your partner to find you a missile expansion. Sure, it's common enough, but, I mean, there's always a risk.
Yeah. And it's only going to net you 5 missiles at a time, whereas you may get more from boxes.
Ooh, Seekers on Life Grove.
Ooh. Lovely.
And so since with the routing from Caesar, able to get the ship save and now take the elevator into mines, we'll be able to progress a little bit farther.
Now, looking back, Dark Beam was in Lower Dark Torvus outside of Blog. It's true that Bruh still doesn't have his Dark Beam.
Who needs it?
I would think on the Temple axis, yes.
It looks like Jay's finally decided to make the move for some drops here. I think unfortunately a little too late. And also, I think thought it might be better to go to Elite Research, but is changing his mind. Go back to main Corey.
Metroid's giving Bruh a hard time.
Yep, they just want a hug.
Yep. Some very affectionate critters, I might say. Ooh,
Phoebe just not cooperating there.
unfortunate. And a bit late for the super.
And it's gone.
So
Nice
that's it
save
for
by-
Discount on Morbis. Oh, and it looks like Bruh found validation, unfortunately not getting it.
Bruh, sending a missile expansion to Jay. Much needed. Real lack of beams this game.
Reminder that we still need all 4 beams for Exo. Unless our runners can perform Exo skip, they will need those beams.
Yep, doors may have cooperated, but yep, final bosses are still going to be a thing.
Well, there's not a lot of prime runners that go for Exo skip consistently in races.
All right, Jay's got some crates. He's got to be happy now.
Hmm.
Look at all those missiles.
That is what you like to see. Jay's back in the game, finding a plasma beam.
There you go.
That's one of 2. Plasma also being a huge help in not using missiles for the phase-on elites.
All those missiles Jay collected, gone. I'm sure everyone will have some words for TGC about how this went.
Oh, yes. Well, for us commentating, it's been a great watch, but somehow I doubt that the runners will say the same. So, Baha, you will be glad to know that Chica had their keys very early on. Baha had to do Chica with a very low fire power, with only a few missiles and Annihilator to his name, and Chica had a light ammo expansion. That could be the case. It could have been logically required for the sonic boom ammo requirements, but yeah, sadly I didn't really keep track of where the light ammo was.
I wonder what happens if you're in this room that Jay's in now and gets sent plasma beam, since that's what triggers the pirate. Just
Good question. Well, I would think that the check is made once you enter the bounding box of the event triggers, so I would think that it wouldn't trigger it. Although if you get out of the bounding box, that might trigger it as well.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be room load, so it might have to reload because I think it's like a layer thing.
Probably.
So both Echoes players racing through Agon now.
Tumos is dead.
Well, looks like Bruh has the Amber Translator, so that'll be useful in gathering those last remaining missing progression from these all these runners. So I believe. I was trying to think of where Bruh is going to go next. We haven't touched a lot of Sank yet.
Yes, and we also have the Sky Temple key on Sank entrance, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. I think Caesar's running into the same problem that Jay had, running out of missiles.
Oh, well, a clutch missile expansion here to save the day.
Oh, light beam on Dark Missile Trooper.
Ooh.
Hi, Sam. Welcome in.
Hey.
GG's. Yeah, it looks like light and dark beam are pretty out of the way, so
Hmm.
yeah, so dark beam for those racers joining who did not see it was under temple access. Yeah, currently Op made that trek and was able to find it. Yeah, since Dark Burst doors were replaced the Annihilator doors, but
Hmm.
there's only what 4 Annihilator
Yeah,
doors in
yeah,
the entire game.
they're few and far between, so it's not too relevant.
Yeah. Both are prime players over the last 10 to 15 minutes have been struggling with their missile counts heading through mines. Lots of back and forth going for collecting some drops, as well as just waiting for your partner to pick up some much needed expansions.
I believe it does open the boost doors.
That's a Cobalt in oh no, it's a Sky Temple key. Never mind. Oh yeah, it was a Cobalt. Okay. There you go. I was reading the wrong message there. Cobalt Translator and MQB. Caesar finding the plasma beam. Very nice. Yeah, Sam, I believe you wouldn't get ice in a seed like this. I'm surprised you even got plasma. Well, I guess you need plasma for the ice ruins east artifact. All right, bro, making his way to Sank entrance. Sam, you dipped mines before before even going to Findrana. Very nice. But bruh, forget he doesn't have boost ball.
Ooh. Yeah, could be waiting for a cannonball, although I don't remember where it was. Oh yeah, I think it was something like that.
Yeah, Fen Canyon.
Hmm.
It's quite a trek. I mean, what, we've got the Quarantine Cave elevator here. Frigate crash site was Shorelines, I believe, so. Oh, Jay, just go refill at the ship, please.
Please, have you not suffered enough?
I know you've opened up most of the locks in the game, but come on.
The firepower's still welcome. I think it's hard to tell who would be ahead here, since it's going to be a race for ice, but also finding all the remaining artifacts.
Yeah, one key thing to note for Caesar's side is that you may have seen it in the race time, but he started on hard mode and 40 minutes in decided to reset. Thankfully, by that time, the Prime players hadn't really got much of their own stuff, so it wasn't a huge time loss. And about 10 minutes in, another 10 minutes was able to catch up. But yeah, a 40-minute reset, pretty much. I think it was balanced out by Jay spent an awful long time waiting in mines for missiles. Fun layer that you don't get to see very often. Gonna fight the two.
Oh yeah, it's either you see or you use wave beam, and none of these options are very appealing.
So thankfully, with Plasma Beam at least, Jay is able to clean up these artifacts, and Chozo Ice Temple probably we'll get to peek what that item is.
Oh.
Oh, this is a fun screw attack door.
Oh boy. Yeah.
That one's really stuck in there. Oh, there we go. boost
And
ball.
there's that Ing Reliquary boost ball.
Okay, so Jay's got 9 artifacts. Bruh has 6. Sky Temple keys. The other folks. Op has 4 Sky Temple keys. Caesar has 6 artifacts. So a little bit of a lead for Jay and Bruh, I think, still. Unfortunately, Jay's not going through Frigate. Hopefully, he'll be able to find those Seekers for Bruh soon enough, but I feel like Bruh's probably going to turn around at this point, not wait for Seekers here.
Or even the Spider Ball in Biohazard Containment, which will be required for Emperor Ing 2.
Sam, yes, both Echoes players have grabbed hints. All the hints have been acquired. Well, key hints, that is.
Yeah, it looks like both Echoes players are going for the same artifact right now.
Yeah, Op will be able to make up some time here by being able to continue on into Sank, though. Looks like Jay's going for the finish now. Yes, Baha. It was. I mentioned this before for the for some of the chat, but yeah, about 40 minutes in, not too much progression was found in the Prime games, and took a reset. Took about 10 minutes to catch back up, but I think in the long haul, definitely worth it. Especially given how much ammo we've been consuming, you really want to make sure you're not wasting those missiles.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro's gonna need to manifest to Jay that he needs his spider ball, because Jay finishes without it. Could be dire. Oh, Jay getting some unfavorable patterns, but he still nails the shot. Not twice, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, Spider Guardian has, or Dynamo Works has one of our keys. So yeah, it's gonna be kind. Well, I guess no, you fight Spider Guard vanilla without Spider. I think I'm kind of counterintuitive.
Ooh, unfortunately, getting the fall, that's unfortunate.
I think Baja is referring to escaping Spider Guardian without Spider. Bro, finally got the little trick there to skip Spider for this.
Oh,
That also means Bruh's not getting Seekers. Yeah, Sam, I had the same brain fart, so don't worry about it.
okay. No, I don't think anyone found thermal yet.
Okay.
Well, this This is a bit peculiar, but we'll take it.
Very nice.
Oh. Yep. Just got it.
There we go.
Now we just gotta climb. Trying to find the corner there.
Light beam can be found in Hive Chamber A. Very nice hint. So what's blocking, what's light beam blocking?
Ah,
Right,
Oh,
Pod
right.
W. Yeah. At least that's close by.
Okay, looks like Jay has started climbing the room.
No, he's fallen.
No.
Crap.
That is, it's gonna be a little costly. Oh, since you're out of bounds, it's too late to back out manually without, resetting.
Okay. Crater Tunnel B.
And now for the hard part. As if everything wasn't hard already.
Good old invisible standables. Oof.
Oh, rip.
Hit the trigger. Unfortunate. Do not want to see that.
And Jay's going back at it, still not getting the spider ball. Now let's hope for their team that they will realize it in time.
Spider we know is in Biohazard, but it has not been hinted. Yeah, Baha, I would agree. I think they've made a decision that this is the equipment we've got. This is the loadout.
They're going for it, and honestly, I respect it.
I mean, skipping key items can be huge in races. So. Okay, Jay's got back out of bounds. So skip 2. Let's go. Mighty Caesar wrapping up the artifact collection. And Owen does have the ice beam. Where'd the ice beam come from?
Ooh, transit station. Okay. It's an interesting spot for it.
That's what's it called? That's like the grapple swing room, that like long hallway with the gap. Is that transit station? Which one's transit station?
I think it's the room in Fend between the quarantine cave elevator and Far Fendrana.
Nah,
if my memory serves right.
That's transport access.
Right, that's transport access. Yeah, that's right. My bad. Oh, because we weren't thinking of the right game.
Yeah, no, I was saying it's the grapple room. It's usually got light beam doors on either side, right next to the main gyro, right?
I think so.
That is watch station access. Yeah, no, that's right. Man, Echo's room names are hard.
Especially when they have 2 versions. Too many rooms. Yeah, that is too many rooms. And And that's not accounting for the caches A, B, C, D.
Well, Bruh has successfully exited Dynamo Works. So that's good.
Unfortunately, no words of O'Lear to hear.
Ridley was cooperating right until the end there, unfortunately.
Yeah, Ridley's
Sliver of
last
health
stand.
left.
Right. And while Kaisar starts Impact Crater, it looks like Jay is well into Exoskip.
Yep, one room to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't Prime 1, and you can't. I don't think you can exactly skip those bomb boots without morphing.
So there we go. We've got Jay just completing Exo Skip as Mighty Caesar enters Exo. This is a very, very close close match between these two teams.
Yeah, Prime players are finishing their games, and the Echoes player are neck and neck right now in terms of keys. Bruh is going to, I believe, collect his last key on O'Lear, as Op is just finishing up Powerbomb Guardian. Spider Guardian, I'm sorry. Jay not having any visor is going to make the Essence fight a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it might come down to that, is how well can Bruh do Spiderless Emperoring too.
Never seen that executed, and I'm looking forward to see it done live.
These are doing very well on the exo fight, clearing these sub chambers very quickly.
Jay's getting the spiderless escape. I mean, bruh.
Exo is down.
Ooh. Essence has just a sliver of health left on Jay's side. So let's just hope for no pool skips.
Oof.
Oh. And
There.
Jay's wrapping it up. GG's. Let's hope Kaiser has better luck than I've had with the pool skips.
Now, being the first Echoes player to reach final bosses.
Not only the first to reach the boss, but also with a sizable advantage of having Spider Ball.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like Jay's only going to command a lead of about 3 minutes, probably 2.5 minutes on this on the prime side. And Op's already about 1.5 minutes at least ahead of Bruh, so it's going to be really tight. There's Caesar finishing off.
Yep.
Excellent.
GG's.
Yep, just a little less than 2 minutes. Meanwhile, Op finishing off Emperor 3. A very clean fight. Oh, it looks like did Op get double damage and Bruh does not have it, I don't think. That'll definitely help his case. But now it's time for Spiderless Emperor 2. Doesn't have Cannonball either, unfortunately, so... Actually... Wait, no, it does. You need to be in cannon for it not to do damage. Ignore me. Let's check out this Dark Samus fight on Op side. Gonna go with the safe approach and grab the, just do the couple Dark Beam shots in between. Especially with infinite ammo, this is definitely the safest way. Might be a little bit slower than the screw attack, but you don't risk getting centered as much.
Yeah, I did not know this was a thing, actually, so I learned something.
Yep. Missile, couple Dark Beam shots. It's very safe.
This will be very good to know.
Well, there we go. GG's to Op.
Yep.
Very nicely done by their team. And so now Bra has about, what is it, a minute 40 to finish?
Minute 50, I believe.
Yeah, which is, I don't think is very likely,
Hmm.
given the challenge of this this trick that he's currently working on.
Yes.
Mighty Caesar, welcome to the booth. GG's.
Welcome and GG's.
It was a fun thing spending the first 40 minutes on hard mode.
Yeah, that was really interesting when you started to figure it out, when you started fighting, going through Magmore, you hit the pillars, noticed they weren't dying, the turrets weren't dying in 2 hits, you could kind of see the wheels start turning, and you'd be like, oh, it's like something is not right here.
Yeah, and I noticed a few things were weird too, like the shriek bats in the one room, and the fact that it was a big beetle from the start in main plaza. But I'm like, well, maybe that's something that changed recently. Nope.
But yeah, I definitely think taking the slight time loss to do the reset was definitely the correct play, especially with how much ammo was important in for the both prime players with the amount of super doors that they had.
Yeah, just hello, entire mines. You are only super doors, basically.
Yeah, Bra is showcasing an excellent implementation of Spiderless Emperor 2, it looks like.
Which is a very tricky strategy to actually be able to pull off.
Also, GG's to Jay, who will have to dip.
And it looks like Jay has come out of this with an important lesson.
Yep, no worries. Chad, I'm working on getting up in here. I see it. I see everything.
And
welcome.
Here's on.
All right.
GG's.
GG's.
Very well done. Fun start for you Echoes players, eh?
Oh my god, that that slope jump suddenly became the hardest one ever. And normally I would get it first try or, first few.
Yeah, it does when you get the nerves going and when you're under that time crunch of taking so much of that dark aether damage. Yeah, it can definitely.
Yeah, it was definitely the nerves messing me up. And I thought I was in BK at one point, but then I realized I could get the Varia and Portal Chamber, so little mess up. But luckily I was able to slope jump out of there and not wait for Dark Beam or whatever else would get me around there.
Yeah, I think you were one of the only people to find Dark Beam. It seems
Oh, where was Light Beam?
Light Beam was Dark Missile Trooper, and
Oh
Dark
yeah,
Beam
I'm
was
dumb.
on.
That's right.
Yeah, Dark
That's,
Beam was the under transit access.
I just got it for Go mode. Why did I forget that fast?
Yeah,
The only one according to Sam.
yep, the only one to
Oh.
find Dark Beam.
Oh, okay. Where was that again?
Under transit
On the temple.
access, or
Yeah.
under temple access. Yeah.
Right.
So it was very out of the way.
Yeah.
No, and
Oh, and
Bruz.
how about that chicker bait, huh?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yep.
You both
Yeah.
did that. Unfortunately, Brud did that much sooner than you did, and did not have nearly the loadout or cannonball, and so it took quite some time. Should be noted, Brud just did get Spiderless Emperor Ring 2, so onto the
Oh,
last
nice.
fight.
Oh, wish I'd seen that.
Yeah, Jay. I guess they've got an agreement that they're gonna go for all the hard final boss tricks. Jay did Exo Skip, didn't find Ice Beam, and just left Bruz Spider Ball chilling in Biohazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely very interesting final bosses, and honestly, props to both Jay and Bruh for putting on such a show.
Yeah.
That was awesome to watch.
But the decision from yourself, Mighty Caesar, for the frigate play, I think getting those extra few items, especially leading into Life Grove with the Seekers, really helped Op navigate through Echoes a lot cleaner and
Yeah.
saved you your team a lot of time.
Still, I'm gonna need to watch through the other couple teams to see what let them burn through it in an hour shorter than either the two of us or Jay and Bruh.
Yes, truly, I do not know how some of these teams do it. There's a lot of impressive folks in this community, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean, it's also to say that like there's times when it's not necessarily the I mean, like the routing can play such a huge role. Anyone can come first, and especially in these multi-world CGC settings. I mean, there's so many different routing choices to make that
Yeah.
it can be anyone's game.
Yeah, like you. The big thing is I could have run through mines much earlier, and that had a few important things.
But yeah, early mines is it's really a play you like to do, so this is perfectly understandable to put it off. I
Especially
believe.
when it's just you're so used to everything there being an ice store.
Yeah.
When no, this time it's very much a what? There wasn't a single ice store in the entire game.
Nope.
I don't think so. No.
Because wave was vanilla, ice was supers, plasma was just missile doors. That's pretty much it.
And missiles were power bomb.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah, when you started seeing the missile doors as power bombs, you knew those were going to be fairly early.
And Bruh is just about done. GG's.
GG.
GG's. And that's a race time of 2:41:04.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get to them in the booth now.
What a painful seed.
I can believe that. At least it was a good watch.
I
it
have
was.
barely enough time to be here. Hello.
Hello, Jay.
Hey, Jake.
GG.
GG's.
As I already pointed out in the chat, I am not going to allow anyone that comes against me in CGC to randomize anything more than it has to be. I was in minds, and I was like, okay, bruh, I have a problem. What's wrong? I have 2 missiles. And there's a super missile door in front of me.
And
So-
like 6 more after that.
Yeah, so like I was sitting there for like at least 50 to 20 minutes just waiting for missiles because I didn't have Spider at that moment to go back, to go up to go up the vent shafts, not vent shaft, to go up the shafts itself. So I was stuck at the at the super door, and I didn't find a missile expansion for me anymore.
You don't know Spiderless?
I know how it's done. I refuse to learn it. It's like one of the tricks.
You
I just
learned
don't
Exo
like.
Skip, but not Spiderless.
I know, right?
Listen. Exoskip is not hard. The secret world is hard. Doing Exoskip itself, if I wouldn't shake, is super easy.
Yeah, fair enough.
The secret world is the worst thing, and I can't believe to say it's once in my life, but shout out to Beatron for showing me a Beatron way that was easier than the way Sam showed me.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, Exoskip is not gonna be hard the day I learn it, which is not gonna be anytime soon, because I need to get comfortable with out-of-bounds movement and climbing on corners.
But this seed was like, ew.
Yeah, I can see that.
We knew Frigate could be something, but at that point, the only thing, at that point we were like, okay, we don't have any ice requirements. We don't have any requirements for light beam. Spider is optional since Bra learned how to do Spiderless Emperor Ink.
And did a very good display of it.
So it was down to whether or not I pick up his his main PBs for extra PBs, and me do an Exo skip at the end. But I just hate facing Infusion Chamber.
Yeah, so it turns out that Brush Spiderball was in biohazard containment.
Yeah, not grabbing that now.
Well, yeah, the race is over. And Bruh just joined. Welcome. GG's.
Who let TGC Gen?
I believe TGC let himself Jim.
Yeah, that's true. Where was
Can't keep
Spider
getting
at?
away with this.
Spider was in biohazard containment.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, that was a terrible spot. Where was Light Beam?
It was on DMT.
Oh. The scene
And
was
also-
so messed up.
Okay, so just so you know, I had proposed to TGC some other presets that changed a lot more. So basically, the Echoes players would start with Dark Beam and Echo Visor instead of Combat and Power Beam, and
Spooky.
Prime players would start with X-Ray Visor instead of Combat Visor in Hall of the Elders. Thankfully, TGC deemed it not fit, and I can see why.
Wow, I mean, that was... Those RAs, I guess as you would call them, are quite chaotic.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, I already said to Cestrion, I already said Cestrion, I think TGC is wanting to show people how to not RA races today.
Yeah.
And it's really just this combination with random elevators, random translators, random door types is just so hard to route in the end.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it fits solo, but when you're trying to combine two seeds, it does make the routing really, really complex.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But this was still absolute fun. I had some moments where I could have at least screamed into my microphone for nearly dying in Dark Labs. I picked up the unlimited beam ammo for the sake of bra and had to do Dark Labs visorless, which was with 2 E-tanks pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, screaming into the microphone as you're getting pain in Prime 1. I'm well acquainted with that. Reference to last week's Prime Multi, where I got exo skipped 4 times in a row and accidentally left my mic on. Oh my goodness.
I thought to myself, I'll leave off transport access north and I'll just go immediately clear Chozo. And then we saw the power bomb door, and then in that moment I knew that I messed up big time, because in that moment I realized that I soft knocked the seed, and I need to reset and kill Pelagra again. There was something I did really, really, really not see coming.
I don't think either of us caught that when you reset for the first time, so that explains a lot.
It was like 8 minutes in, because you would have no other way to get back up to Sun Tower.
Yeah. It's not the week 4 Prime Tournament preset where you start directly in Sun Chamber, so...
If it was one room further, if we would have spawned in Sun Chamber, it would have been way less of a problem, because then I could have just safe warped, did ghosts, and leave. But the problem with Sun Chamber access is that in the moment you enter Flagra, the door gets blocked off.
Yeah.
So there was no way for me out of it.
Yeah, and the vines don't disappear until you kill the ghosts.
Yeah. That was an oopsie, you could say.
Yep.
Oh Jesus, this seed. I prayed to the Lords of Renovania that I would get a missile expansion. I would not have to kill the pacifistic Wave Beam Pirate in orb processing. Then I killed the Wave Beam Pirate, and it didn't
He doesn't drop anything.
Yeah.
Yep. Happened to me too.
I was so sad in that moment.
Oh yeah, it was just those drops were very unfortunate in mines.
I had to kill Ivan TGC. I'm sorry. What have I done? What did this game make me do? I killed a hostile yet not hostile NPC.
Conscientious objector.
Also, bruh, beautiful Emperor Spiderless.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
Let's talk about this for a little second. So, how exactly did you feel about executing this this trick? When did you start realizing that I'm gonna need to do this spiderless?
Well, I mean, it was really once I found Light Beam, I was like, I can do everything without Spider at this point. And that Sank entrance was rough. I'd never actually done that before. I figured I would be able to do it, and I was eventually, but that took me a long time. But I knew I could do Emperor too, because actually last weekend, me and Jay also did another CGC race together where I had to do Spiderless Emperor too. And that took me like an hour and a half. So I decided after that I was going to learn it. And I felt at that point like it doesn't take actually long to learn. And it's really not bad if you have cannon and lots of power bombs, which I did, thankfully. So I was able to do it pretty easily without that, because you only have to get up once, and
Yeah.
I knew I would be able to do it in a reasonable time frame, but of course it just wasn't fast enough.
Shout out to
But it-
Cestrion making Bra learning this. The Cestrion Gen, the seed where Prime was expected to last location Spider in Ice Rune, not in Ice Runes, in Tuzo Ice Temple.
Triple ice, yeah.
Ooh.
It was. Listen to this. It was plasma on Spider Guardian, and then
Oh.
Spider and Chozo Ice.
Oh, yucky.
So you had to soft block yourself, and then get the plasma beam, and then go get Spider Ball.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good, as the young people say.
But it feels good to be back in Prime. Feels good to play this game again.
Mm.
And with CGC coming up, I expect a very good show for the next 2 months. I think this is
Yeah.
going to be very, very awesome.
Yes, we're gonna have quite a bit of awesome races. We got awesome racers. We got awesome Jenners. Awesome in quotation marks, I will say. So yes, this tournament is going to be something. I'm
yes.
eager for it to happen.
It should be also noted that for anyone interested in participating in the tournament, the form for the polls setting, I believe, closes on Monday. So, just a reminder, if you're thinking about participating and you want to have your input added, make sure to get that in. Any final thoughts from any of the racers?
Don't play Door Random Multi Worlds. It's not good for your mental health.
Can't argue with that.
Don't turn the ice beam doors into a beam combo door.
No, please don't. There was like me and Brass sitting there. Okay. What we don't want to see is like a missile doors getting PB doors, because that would be terrible for early game, and we don't want to have ice beam doors be any beam combo. And it came exactly.
That's exactly what happened. Yes, we were talking before the race. We said exactly that, and that is exactly what happened. But in Echoes, the doors were pretty forgiving, I think. It's just that you didn't get a lot of items, or at least I didn't get a lot of items. I didn't have much to work with. Like, I didn't get Dark Beam or Boost or Seekers. Where was Dark Beam at, by the way?
So Dark Beam was in Under Temple Access.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think there were any Dark Beam doors were there, and since you could just get everything with Annihilator, it wasn't too bad to miss it.
The Annihilator doors were Dark Burst doors, but I don't think anyone's found Dark Burst on the restream.
And it certainly wasn't required.
No.
I don't remember. Probably not.
Yeah, it was not required regardless.
This was a time.
And I mean, Annihilator is usually skippable. The doors are. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 4 of them in the game, I think. Not that many checks hidden behind them, so. Not so bad. Awesome. Well, thank you all again for the excellent showing on this, extreme settings. Hope you all had fun, and hope to see you all in the tournament as well.
Lots of fun, but I know I will not RA random elevators. Or door lock rando.
Me neither.
So, like to give another shout out to Bello for helping host with me. And,
Yes, thank you.
No trackers to thank this time. We've got the lovely auto tracker. But with that, that's it from me. See y'all next mission.
Yeah.
See ya.